going to look and see what it's like to be a Christian in China, because they have to be underground.
Right. Yeah, even like our luggage tag that InGrace, we decided to change those out and just play it really, really safe, and we don't want to go to jail.
And we'll show you some of the stuff from China. We can't reveal the identities of the people that we're visiting, so we'll have to be careful to blur faces and stuff. We're only going to be in China for 2 days, and then we're going to head over to Bangkok. And there it's a lot more open. We can do more publicly. So we'll be filming ministry in Bangkok and also in the hill tribes of northern Thailand. So we're flying up to Chiang Rai.
Right.
And then we're going to do something that's a little bit nerve-wracking. We are going to a new country we've never been to. It's a country that's in political turmoil. The military took over a few years ago, and then there's been fighting ever since. We're going to Myanmar.
And we're going to visit another college graduate and his orphanage there and what he's doing, and meet a bunch of new pastors and stuff. Oh, that'll be really cool and kind of scary a little bit too.
Well, that's the thing. We'll have to be very careful there as well. They tell us that some of the hotel rooms are bugged.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like China. Everything's
China could be too, yeah. So anyways, come along on our journey. This will be great.
We made it. 16.5-hour flight, and we got all our luggage, which was amazing.
It's always amazing to get the luggage. Praise the Lord.
After landing in China, we were picked up by our gracious hosts. This incredible man and his wonderful wife live in constant fear of being arrested by the government of China. In China, you do not have the religious liberty that we so often take for granted in America. This pastor runs an underground network of Christian schools that are illegal in China. Because of this, we must be careful of what we film and cannot use their names or even tell you the cities that we are in without fear of getting them into trouble. Let us redouble our efforts to support and uplift our Christian brothers and sisters in nations where being a Christian is dangerous.
We had a pretty amazing day today.
We did. It was really neat.
First time to be able to, in China, visit people doing underground ministry. So explain that a little bit. We're not talking about literally people underground, although sometimes they are, but we're talking about people that are operating churches and Christian schools that are not sanctioned by the government. Mm-hmm. And in China, they really won't let you do that, but they feel a conviction, a biblical conviction to do that. So looking at what we did today from that vantage point, what was your feeling?
It was really interesting just to see the freedoms that we have in America that I don't think we always realize what we have. And just to see how they had to divide up the different ages, because you can't have a whole bunch of people in one area because that would draw too much attention, and how, they have landlords that they've learned to trust and that really kind of understand what they're doing, and just having to worry about that and worry about people seeing the kids come in, seeing us come in, that he said, okay, as soon as we pull up, you gotta run right into the building. And, each location, I think we went to 3, maybe 4 different locations today, very different areas. But to see the dedication of these teachers that he was saying a couple years ago, 4 of them were taken in for questioning. So they're living every day with that fear of, I might end up in jail, or I might end up with a big fine or something. And just knowing how to answer the questions, and they love the Lord, and because they want these children to grow up and be the next generation.
When we went into the schools, the first several at least, we brought in a beach ball. and we're blowing it up, and the kids are all excited, like, what in the world's going on? These Americans come in blowing up a beach ball. And then you started explaining the colors.
Right, we went through the gospel, the good news beach ball with all the different colors, like the wordless book. And
they love that, the kids.
Yeah, the kids loved it. They thought that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then Karen was good at explaining, you know, we all have sinned, the black, and then, you know, the blood of Jesus, the red, washes away sin, and then you can be white as snow, the white, and then the gold, the streets of gold, and the kids' eyes are lighting up every time you go to a new color. Plus, we're doing it in English.
Right.
And obviously they're learning English, but, you know, it's not their first language, they speak Mandarin. So it was really neat to be able to present the gospel to children. And
one thing that really stuck out to me today was we went, so they kind of break them up in grades, each building that we went into. So the last one we went to was high school. There was a lot of high school kids in this building. You know, they can't have a ton of kids, but there was more than any of the other groups.
that's because of the area.
Right, because of where they had this building, they were able to do that. But they were saying that some of them are new transfers from the public system. And so just, you know, usually with high school kids, you see smaller groups, but this was larger groups, and they see the difference and how important it is. You know, the public schools here really, really brainwash the kids, and some of the things that we were told about the children in the secular system, it's amazing, and it's really scary, you know, to some of the things that they're taught. So it's cool to see that there wasn't just 5 high school kids. There was a good amount, so that was pretty cool.
Dozens and dozens.
All right, so here we are in one of the learning centers for the high school kids, and it's kind of like the computer room. So it reminds me a lot of like our school because of the offices and their workspace. I noticed their team name was Eagles. So it's really nice. They have it set up really nice, and they're actually trying to expand. So they're trying to rent the buildings next door, so to make it bigger. So that's pretty cool. They have a lot of kids and a lot of talent. They're all very talented.
And we've invested
Yeah.
in these kids and the teachers, and we've shared, not only have we learned, but they've also learned. We've got to teach them a few things and give them some ideas and encourage them, because they're very isolated. You know, there's very few that they really can fellowship with, and they always have to be worried here. So I hope that we were able to be an encouragement. And we had a wonderful meal. Talk about some of the food, like
Lots of food.
lots of food.
They have this big
really
lazy
good food.
Susan in the middle, and the
Massive.
food just goes around.
Well, it
and
moves.
around.
It goes by itself.
Yep, and
But
so
then
then
if-
you can just take what you want.
How do you do that? You stop it, right?
Right. The one last night had a button that you push and it would stop
It would stop it, but it would just slowly move, and so it just platter after platter, and they kept adding stuff.
Right. Like you
Even-
think like, wow, this is a lot, and then she's like, oh, there's some other things still coming, and you're like, oh boy. a
So
lot of
we
food.
got the full immersion, although it was just one full day. We got the full immersion, I think,
Fish,
in China.
duck.
Oh yeah, Peking duck, and all the food was
Yeah,
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah, really
Amazing.
good. So overall, pretty amazing day, pretty
Yeah.
amazing trip to China. We'll be back, and we'll be sending other teachers and students maybe to do some exchange, and but we'll definitely now know how to pray for Christians
Right.
in China.
Definitely.
Okay, pray for Christians in China. It is so important. If you've enjoyed this one, we have many other InGrace videos for you on InGrace Adventures or InGrace Israel. That was a topic today. They wanted to know, Christians in China want to know, how should we understand Israel? Is modern Israel something of God or man? And so we had good conversations about that too, and I believe now there are more supporters of Israel and the Jewish people here than before. So you want to watch all those other videos. You can also find more resources at ingrace.tv, and you can also donate there so that we can bring more content like this. This is the content the world needs. We need to see, what's going on in these countries, what's going on in Israel. So if you'd like to help support that, we appreciate that. Thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe to the InGrace YouTube channels, and make sure if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Do it right now. You didn't do it right now. And also, you can leave comments if you have questions or comments or whatever about what we talked about today. Leave it. And then the next one is going to be in Bangkok, and there we get to be joined by
some friends of ours, some longtime missionary friends. I think one of them was our first international graduate from Day Spring Bible College. So
who else are we going to see?
Oh, we're going to see Willow, our grandchild, and your mom.
Yeah, they're going to be joining us in Bangkok. So we're going to show you Thailand. We're going to show you a little bit of Bangkok, but a lot of Chiang Rai. If you understand Thailand, that's the golden triangle of Thailand, Laos, and Myanmar. And we're going to show you that. And then we're also going to Myanmar on this same trip. So we're going to do an episode there as well. So from here in China, we're not going to say exactly where we are, but from here in China, God richly bless you and your family.
You're invited to come on a creation cruise with us to Alaska. We are going to see the beauty of God's creation. You don't want to miss this InGrace adventure. Please join us on our creation cruise.
Experience the InGrace Alaska cruise, featuring stops in Glacier Bay, Juneau, Ketchikan, and icy Strait Point. You'll be joined by Jim Scudder, Dr. Bruce Malone, and special guests from Answers in Genesis like Mark Loy, Dr. Danny Faulkner, and Dr. Georgia Purdom. Get your free brochure today. Call 800-78-GRACE or visit ingrace.tv/travel for more information. Do not miss this incredible opportunity to see God's incredible creation and experience it all with fellow believers. Call now 800-78-GRACE. You can also visit ingrace.tv/travel for more information.